5. So do or die for Entropic Queens, and it looked like they're wanting to do. But we're focusing on this game, where Navi Javelins are looking to close it out 2-0 as we jump into their pit of Nuke.
Did say it. We'll say it again. MVP starting on the defense. Nuke, famously, a CT-sided map. So for the Javelins, how are they looking to approach this pistol? Well, completely cleared already. Aggression in towards ramp has netted the kill for MVP. There's a trade outside, but Manka is just trying to hold the ground.
Yeah, they're trying to overwhelm her, and they are not quite able to do it. Manka, that is unbelievable. Cressy saves the day. How does that happen? It looked like she should have been overwhelmed in an instant, but 2 quick shots in a matter of a second finds both, and it all falls flat. The pistol round going the way of MVP.
All right, this is cool. Really nice shots from Manka as well. Okay, MVP. Trying to silence me already. Silence the critics. Pistol round converted. And with just the Glocks and nothing really being purchased. In fact, nothing at all being purchased from the Javelins. This puts MVP in a really good position to get consecutive rounds in a row. Fatal with the MP9 up towards the hut. They run through this door, they're mincemeat.
She's going to try and clean up, but she's only good for the one, and that bomb, it doesn't make it. Oh my god.
No.
No one? No, it's one made it down. Danny made it down. I thought they all got minced just through the edge. So at least the bomb plant will not come through. Butcher cleans it up. A FAMAS instead of a Scout, but doesn't matter, gets the job done. And in fact, Scout wouldn't have done it. So MVP get 2. Already equaling the amount of rounds they got in the matchup last time on Nuke.
You sent me a funny tweet the other day, just because I'm seeing the FAMAS and MP9 next to each other in the little HUDs, and the fact that the MP9 has more stand-in accuracy than the FAMAS really kind of hammers home your slander, makes it that little bit more effective.
It worked for Butcher.
True.
Guns now out for Navi. Danu, she's a player to be watching. She was the top fragger for Navi last time they met on this map. I think on Nuke particularly, she's a bit of a specialist. We'll see what she can get up to. Fatal trying to play close and personal with the MP9. Danu is on the other side of the smoke. She's actually going to drop on down. Manka's the one that's come through to sight, and Manka's actually been brought low through the smoke, and Manka gets one for free onto Danu.
Ooh, Viku will get a kill, and Lena catches off Cressy, just looking towards the heavens. Pocha with the FAMAS. Second line of defense, and Hanker even accounts for Fatal coming up towards the vent. This is looking a lot more of a possibility for the Javelins, but it's just complete aggression from MVP. They just bombard themselves. Human cannonball down in towards the bomb site, and Viku, well, she's just trying to play the ultimate mind game, flank upon flank in towards the heavens.
Yeah, they're going to be accounting for this, though, because they knew she'll spot in main last. Only so many places she could be coming from, and the fact that she's not coming out of main does suggest that she's on her way, but she finds Pocha. Now she has time to work with. 30 seconds. Heard Aima Mama as well. She can start to reposition, go back towards main. Aima Mama heard that sound cue, and VQ knows that it is mind games in play here. Aima Mama looking like she's still considering it, though. She's going to be holding for it as VQ walks through. The read is perfect. Looked like VQ had big-brained it. Aima Mama was one step ahead.
Yeah, nice attempt from VQ. I think the issue you have there is where you've gone really loud, jumping off, and then immediately silent. It kind of gives it away just a little bit. You can hear those footsteps. You try and wrap back towards main. Aima Mama does account for the shenanigans. At MVP, it's a flawless start on the CT side. Navi Javelins back out with the partial investment, back out with the Tech 9s, looking to plant the bomb. It's going to be a hit very quickly in towards A.
Getting set up with the utility. All out for Pocha as well. Fatal just fully blinded out, but Cressy is here and is able to find one while she is white screen. Fatal's now sort of stuck in, but the support is coming through. Manka is here. Fatal finds one, stays alive. VQ on the flank. Just a block in hand and a single Molotov. That was purchased so that she could throw it at the bomb potentially in a post plant, but not going to be the case. Pocha even can hear a glancing blow through the blue box before the USP finishes the job. So a fantastic round here against the Pistols, only losing the one.
Yeah, those flashbangs were really potent from Navi Javelins, but the fact that you have the additional element of Manka in towards the heavens, she's playing incredibly well, 7-1. It's just the insurance policy for MVP. And they have started life on Nuke a million times better than they did first time out against Navi Javelins. Doubled the score lead that they got in the final result of the game. Potcher getting aggressive towards red box as well, being supported by Spams, Manka. But she's here under main. Lena does consider it, but not before Manka will remove her. Really nice job. And now Fatal has to be careful. She's blinded, being spammed through the garages. In fact, there's just kills going back and forth everywhere through the smokes.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic. Those smokes that you mentioned, Aimum is rotated down. Eyes on the door where Danu is sat. She's going to get the damage on Danu as well. Barely a slither of HP, and she's able to finish the job, but she stayed alive long enough to allow Angelka to swing out, but she's not quite ready for Cressy to be here on ramp so quickly. And Cressy is looking to finish the job. Doubles it up, 3 in the round for her, and 5 now for MVP. This is a complete change around from what we saw last time they matched up. I'm loving what we're seeing from MVP.
There's some just interesting decisions being made from Navi Javelins. They came out towards Decon and Double Doors, which means they've got control of the entirety of Secret. And then the bomb is planted open for ramp, and it's the only piece of map control that Navi Javelins have no information towards. So the bomb, once again, is denied. We haven't seen a bomb plant yet at all throughout these entire rounds. And that's really having an effect on the economy. You can see that Navi Javelins can purchase 1 round, and then when they lose, they can't follow it up with a slightly heavier reinvestment. It's these bomb plants that have been really detrimental.
Tech 9, see if they're going to go for another one of these fast plays. There goes the utility, those smokes that you mentioned. A nice little cam as they throw the close ones out. Vanko is here on the other side, going to be abusing the edge of this big fluffy smoke. Fluffy? It's not a word. Fluffy. Pluming fluffy. Fluffy. There we go. We've created a word. Had that one, Oxford.
It's better than Elio.
That's not what I say. All right, this one's been cleaned up pretty nicely. It was a pretty easy round for MVP. Not really too much for Navi into this one. We're seeing Viku hit some pretty big shots with the Deagle. She's known to pop ahead. She's holding for it.
I think what's really cool and what's really been the adjustment for MVP is how dynamic and aggressive they are being towards outside. They're not really afraid to take the fights more towards Navi Javelins, and that is really just making this T side uncomfortable. They're not ready for the aggression round after round. Look at Manka. She's even swung in for even more. And it's controlled aggression because Aimamama can just turn on a dime in towards main and just completely shut things out. Manka, it's just dynamic rifling. It's working out so well for her. It's 4 kills in the round. It's 12 kills overall. 6-0. It remains flawless for MVP.
If MVP win this, that is outrageous. I mean, I'm maybe counting my eggs before they hatch. But this is already a complete change up from what we saw previously. They've obviously reflected on how the last Nuke game played out. They've come back swinging. Now we see all the rifles once again. We see it all for VQ as well on the T side. It's currently holding out towards Raph, and there is a bit of aggression there, so she might be meeting a kill, and there it is. Pochi goes down. VQ gets both. They try and punish with the push. Now she's found a complete... Oh, Danny's also dropped down. Fair to remove. This one is falling apart for MVP. This is what we expect from Navi.
Look at this as well. Danny's even holding this secret threat. Manka, as good as she's been, can't deal or contest with the AWP. Cressy is all that remains, and she gets found out by Hankers. So immediately, Navi Javelins strike back. Not only do they strike back, but they keep all 5 players alive. That's a statement here on the T side, but one's not enough. There has to be a few more. But that's a really good start.
Yeah, that one kind of hinges on that aggression towards lobby and making a gamble. There's Not going to be an AWP holding it. And it all comes up ones for MVP, as there is an AWP holding it. VQ getting 2 lovely kills. Danu also managed to find that gap down vent, so we'll probably see her pull that off a few times, but Fatal not going to let it happen this time. Fast drop down, the door is blown open, and she catches Danu off guard.
It looked like she hit a little bit of a hop towards top hut as well. That was really nice movement. No, Javelins were holding for the aggression. Still get caught out. Hanka. This is what she's known to do on the T side. She will be this lurk factor in towards the outside presence. Manka, her attention is completely fixated. Shadow spotted. Gunfight not quite won out by the CT side. As a result, you've now got this double ramp hold. And Hanka's going to work her way back in, try and regroup with the rest of her teammates.
Yeah, she's managed to force a bit of attention over this side. And VQ has spotted out Pocho once again, but not quite ready for Aim Mummer at close combat. But Angelica is there to support. Keeps this advantage towards Navi, and Hanka could shut everything down now. Timing as she swings around. This is the... Oh, no, look to your left, Hanka. Oh, no, they've popped straight past. Well, it should still be okay. Okay, they make their presence known. The flash gets thrown. Gonna making their way through. Lena goes down. Oh, no, Angelica's gone down as well. It's just Hanka. She has to find these two. They were presented on a platter before, but now it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Smoked off at double doors, although it is going to be fading. She can swing out and find this kill on Cressy. All right, there's a chance. Fatal knows where she is. No utility to work with except a single flashbang. Has a kit as well, and I'm just going to try and play with her. Throws the flash out, opening and closing the doors. Fatal doesn't know what to do. The bomb out in the middle of nowhere. It's so difficult. She's just trying to stick it. Hunker is not going to be falling for that one. Saves the round with the 2K.
Oh, you see the kills coming at ramp and you think, oh my goodness, what's happened there? But no, Hanka does recover it. Really nice clutch. To be fair to her, MostValuablePlayers just didn't have a smoke for the bomb. Ultimately, it's so difficult, especially when you're just opening and closing those doors. Nice attempt from Fatal. But Hanka holds her nerve. Consecutive rounds in a row for the Javelins. Has reduced MVP just to the USPs. So it should be a third, in theory.
Well, only way to confirm a theory is to put it into practice. It's a scientific method. Anyone went to high school? I went to high school.
That's nice.
That's why I'm a commentator. If you want to be a commentator, you should go to high school too. Make sure you play plenty of video games at the same time. Lena's been playing video games, removes Fatal. Now Angelica is making her way through Garage. So for Navi, they can try and keep this one clean. That's the aim of the game. Don't want to lose too many players.
They can really take this anywhere as well. See the bomb, it's just outside. Already too sure where to go. VQ's just posting up on the angles, just holding. Danu's locking off the lobby aggression. Lena's in hell. Everything's going on for the Javelins. Or where?
I think it's in Hut.
Oh, okay. So we probably won't see that.
We might. Danu is considering it. No, the timing. Once again, not going to be there.
They spot her.
Potentially. It doesn't seem like they're moving with urgency. That bomb going to be going down. Danu holding this flank. There goes the Zeus flying down the ramp. And they are keeping it clean. Potch is left. Hanka should find her in any moment now. Unless she catches a timing, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case because VQ is now holding her. So, good round from Navi. Keeping it clean. Oh, hold up. This is the AWP. That one's for free. There's a trade though. So it's almost fully clean. They lose one player.
In the grand scheme of things, that's fine. There's been a few of these rounds now where you've seen players just move off an angle and suddenly another player just occupies the space. That's 3 timings now in a couple of rounds, which is a little bit scary, but it also makes the game more exciting for us at home to try and watch. Timeout being called for MVP off the back of reinvesting in. Want to make sure they have a clear game plan to try and shut down the Javelins because the door has been pried open a little bit. by the Javelins. If they convert this one, well, it's going to be very difficult, I believe, for MVP to try and recover back in. I would try and contain it. As many CT rounds would be the clear objective. 10, I'd say, would be a good objective for MVP to strive for in this first half.
Yeah, I think 9 would maybe be enough, but if it's 8 or if they lose the half, which would be a pretty crazy situation, then I feel like Navi CT side is incredibly difficult to make a dent in. They do have the lead, and Hanka once again lurking out to be the smokes is going to find that kill onto Manka, but Pocha also found Danu, and now Pocha is looking for Hanka. These smokes proving to be a total menace for both sides. Oh, both on the opposite sides of this very thin metal wall. Pocha's definitely ready for it. She's aware of it. She's calming it. Hanka's just sitting tight.
Cat versus mouse. Quite literally with the ears. Hanka. Here's the scoping and will actually deal with aim and mama. Knows exactly where Pocha is. So now that information can be conveyed. That's the Hell player removed, which means that ramp has now been completely exploited by the Javelins. You can see it on the map. They're moving down, taking the space. That's the big bomb site opened up of Hanka's great creation of space opening.
Oh, if actually finds another there is just cherry on top. Fatal and Pocha. Can't even really give this one a look in. Just got to save. Hold on to that AWP. That's so unfortunate. I liked that we could see it on the cams there for like half a second as soon as the scoping noise is made. And I think that was an intentional scope. I think that was a bait on purpose to get Hanka to swing out. I think it was Aimamama that was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, towards Hell. I think that was intentional to bait her out and try and get her to swing on to Pocha so that she could be cleaned up. But unfortunately, Hanka spots her first with that rifle all the way out towards those stairs. I like on the cams, you could see for like a second, like Hanka's ears almost like perk up as she hears it, like immediate comms as she hears that scope and starts to react to it. It's small things.
It's really nice we've got that feature as well because it just kind of gives us a little bit more of an insight into what's going on in the round. And that's a clear example of it. But speaking of like high level about the game, Navi Javelins have really worked their way back in. 6-4, looking an awfully lot different to the 6-0 scoreline that was first set up by MVP. It was a good foundation for the rest of the first half, but currently their intentions have been completely shut down. Here comes the aggression. Manka leading the charge with the MP9, but Hanka, she's holding for it, fully blind, but she will convert the first kill of the round.
I think the flashbang is maybe half a second too late there. Comes through after she's already committing to the spray. Hunker 2, Munker 0. Actually, maybe one of the earlier duels that I wasn't keeping track of went that way, and Joko gets liked by Pocha. Love the decision to go for the aggression, but doesn't reward the kill, but at least it's damage done. But it is the AWP revealed, and you can see immediately they want to hit ramp, knowing that there's no AWP in play, and knowing that Danu was all the way down on ramp. Somehow she'd managed to slip the net and make her way through.
Oh, Pocha gets caught out towards the squeaky door, and well, in fact, all of the players are falling. Fatal on the flank. Only dispatches of Lena before she's removed off the equation as well. Danu's done that a few times. Just managed to sneak her way down the vent, and she's immediately already in B. And MVP have got no idea. 6-5 economy. It's in complete tatters on the defense. And now Javelins, they can be happy with what they've achieved so far.
Yeah, it's the first round where it feels like Danu has been able to get away with what she's been trying to do this kind of whole game. We saw her have so much success against MVP with these sort of flank lurk plays. And I think they're responding by trying to punish it. This round, a bit of a fight out long. All the pistols out here to play. Manka does find one. Make that 2 with the Deagle. Everyone found one as well. This is starting to fall apart. They've got Viku. She's trapped in here with the AWP, but they're just swinging on her one by one. She hits those shots, but Cressy does trade her out. It's all on to Danu. 1 versus 1, and she is able to clean it up. Saves the day. But the pistol rush outside almost steals the round away.
Nearly. And I'll be honest with you, those shots that Danu hits from the top of Silo, looking straight down vertically, they're some of the hardest shots to hit in Counter-Strike. The way you have to move your mouse, position your crosshair down, it's such an unnatural movement comparatively to the rest of the game. But fair play to her. keeps her calm. Another Javelins. Well, they've tied up the scoreline. This smoke's going to land in front of the squeaky door. Danu's going to try and get up to her old tricks, try and make it down towards the vent, but Fatal this time is looking to foil her plans.
Yeah, Fatal's job, it's kind of like in basketball, how, like, I think it's how basketball works. You've got someone that's kind of just playing, matched up with someone else. Fatal is matched up with Danu. Has to block her off at every avenue, and does it this time, and then Manka finds 2 outside, including the bomb. Hanka has managed to find a gap here, and does catch off Potja. There's still a way back into this, because Hanka has also found Fatal. Trying to recover this one. It was a 2 versus 5, now it's a 2v3.
Viki's even holding for the secret aggression. Manka has to now be careful. Manka hasn't really removed herself too far from the garage, and if there's a player that peeks in towards Heaven, could be flirting with the idea of death. VQ has now moved in, so she can now post up on the position flick, not quite going to connect. MVP have Navi Javelins trapped in towards garage, but maybe Navi Javelins have actually trapped MVP into their domain. VQ versus 2, and Cressy's been brought down low.
Here's what both these players are, which means there is an avenue through to the B bomb site, and Mum's responding already. Rotated down. Has to... Oh, makes the noise. VQ now hears her. They both know each other is here. She's just going to stick the bomb. She heard that glass breaking, and she still goes to plant the bomb, and, well, at the end, Mama is there to deal with her. They almost make that 2v5 work.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think the aim for VQ planting the bomb there is I think she'll assume that Mama will wait for her teammate and they'll go in together. They'll allow the bomb plant and then try and retake in. So she was gambling on the fact that she'd be able to place the bomb down, then try and get into an after plant position. But Mama has none of that. She goes, okay. No antics. We're not losing a 2 versus 5. They reclaim the score lead. They don't let Navi Javelins press the issue further. It will be another full gun round. Danny's burning alive. In fact, it's getting a little bit too hot to handle in towards lobby. Cressy with the spam does good damage. In fact, it's Manka to find Lena.
Manka's having a great game here. Top of the leaderboard by far. Actually, matched with Hanka on the other side. So it is the Manka-Hanka show. Joker gets one in response. So there does now give... Ooh, Manka spotting the shadows. She's ready for it. Hanka drops down. Manka wins that duel out, and Fatal's able to save Manka from the Angelica swing. So now it is just VQ once again forced the clutch up, but this time it's 4 players on the other side, not 2. She is completely smoked off. They should have a good read on where she is as well.
Oh, gonna try it.
Oh,
okay, no scope on towards Fatal. That's one piece of the puzzle. Works her way back in towards lobby. Could take the bomb anywhere, but instead has relocated towards hut. Mama is at the back of the bomb site. Does actually catch her out, but VQ still hits the shot. There's another defender here. Oh, actually, she's considering ramp. Potcha will actually nail the shot, but for a moment there, with those kills coming in, it gets you believing, but MVP lock her out.
It's kind of good. VQ is just operating on another level sometimes. Her reads in these clutches are just fantastic. I mean, this no-scope is unbelievable that she hits that. That is, and this one as well, like, just completely unexpected. She's ready for Potcha there, but obviously doesn't want to scope up and let Potcha know that she's right there on the angle. So it is just whoever quick scopes first, and while Potcha has the fastest gun in the west that time around. Now gets MVP up to 8. Can they get that 9th round? A critical one, some would argue.
Look good to do it. Not too much utility for the Javelins. L-block smokes dropped in. It's a staple. There's a gap in the smoke. VQ does find one, but Manka, her bullets actually are not going to connect. So it's free real estate in towards Secret. Javelins, they're just going to run down onto the B bomb site.
Fatal has found that kill onto Danny. That's the lurker move, so it's all in towards the B site now. They've kept one player out towards Secret to hold the flank. That's VQ. Manka gets caught off as well. Manka finds... Oh, not quite one. Mama's the one that doubles up, and that's the bomb dropped in towards control. Angelica has to try and recover this, and VQ has made her way over as well. Sticking up towards the ramp, VQ is trying to provide a bit of cover here, and Angelica does find the kill on Fatal. Trying to reposition here. What a shot to Mama. Now it's all onto Cressy. She's out towards ramp. She has swung out and found Viku. Knows where Joker is as well. She does Reno, spots the leg, and is able to get the kill. Cressy finds it, gets the 9th round. Now, they're in the driver's seat. So we'll be going into that second half very shortly.
Yeah, you heard right. Take a peek at this body and my game tight. Always feeling pretty, yeah, I'm never shy. Stay on top of the world and my money right. I'm a boss chick, yeah, you heard right. Take a peek at this body and my game tight. Always feeling pretty and I'm never shy. Stay on top of the world and my money right. Like I said, yeah, I got this. You like that? I'm a boss chick. With my red suit, cooler lips. I hold the power in my fingertips. Like I said, yeah, I got this. Let me make this clear. I'm the baddest. So you understand. You can't have this. 'Cause I'm a boss chick. Baby, 'cause we rule the planet. I'm lying, just check out my status. And you can't do nothing about it. I'll carry on. I'll win the game. I'll take it.
All to play for here on Nuke as MVP set up a very solid defense this time around against Navi Javelins, although they are swapping over to that CT side. It's a very important pistol in this series for the stakes and the landscape of which way Nuke will swing. And for MVP, it looks like they're going to get really aggressive down towards ramp. Look at the silhouettes, 5 already running down. We've got to be careful here, Javelins.
Well, they found the opener. Danu goes down. Hanko is tucked in, though, and she has just been baiting this whole time now. She's going to swing out. It's a little awkward shooting the back of the heads, and Fatal is going to punish her. Everything was in Hanka's hands now, and she's fallen, so it's going to have to be the dual Berettas and Viku to get it done. A nice double up from her, and Lena punishes as the bomb was being planted in front of double, not ready for so many players on the swing. MVP found those 2 openers, but now Pocha has to find 3 more to bring this pistol through. And they are swarming on her position. Falling back now, they've got the bomb. She's been brought down low. Should just be a matter of time, even shutting the door in her face. Never go, the dualies get it done.
I'm sorry, what? you've got this, which is unfortunate. It's very difficult to hit the back of the head. We'll let her off, but VQ has just swung into a crossfire and has just gone goodbye. Like 2 quick kills removed in towards the double doors. The bomb even gets denied for MVP. That is worst case scenario. Oh.
Okay. Joker, a little bit of damage there. Doesn't matter. Good. Nay bother. This one should be a cleanup. Danu, she'd like to get some frags. I mentioned her as the play to watch, and she had a tough one on the T side. It felt like they were completely countering her. So maybe this time around on the CT side, she can get it done, do the damage, clean up with that MP9, get some cash. MVP waiting to use up utility, see if Navi go for any sort of aggressive push, but not really happening. Navi, you're just happy to sit back, wait and see what happens. Juggler's got this M4 close range. Lena's there with the MP9 on the other end. MVP gonna have to do something at some point. And looks like it's now. That's the point. The bomb. It's gonna actually fall down the vents. Lena does get caught out, and okay, hold up. Manka's found a kill as well, but Manka is here to save the day. It's just because he left. She gets cleaned up. So they do at least find a couple, but that's all there is. M4 removed as well, actually. So I was considering there was nothing in that one, basically. That's a fairly decent pistol round, finding 2 kills and an M4 getting dropped.
Yeah, not too bad. Now's the real test for Navi Javelins. Because it's going to be the AKs all in play for MVP. Door is completely blown off. Aggression outside for VQ. MVP need to take this into account. They've actually spotted out Hanker, but so they don't actually account for VQ over here. That's the bomb drop. That's information gathered. And I really like this from Navi Javelins. They just completely escape.
Good move. Find the kill, do the damage, and then just back out. Although they are looking to refine now. Manka going for this long-range duel VQ with the M4. It's a little bit easier to control those long distances, but Cressy has doubled up. 2 huge kills to find. Both these outside players dealt with as well. Danu's rotated over. Lena's looking to re-aggress, try and get back some ground. Very common for the CTs to do this in response to losing control elsewhere. Aggress in towards lobby. Because Fatal's sitting so far back, she's not going to spot any of this, but she's going to get this kill for free. Angelica walks straight into her. Will they expect Lena?
Oh, not quite. Still 2 versus 2. Still winnable scenario for MVP. Need to group up here. Cressy taking control over towards A. That bomb site is actually completely open for business. Just going to creep through Squeaky instead. Join up with Fatal. Now they can make their move, but they need to go about it quite quickly because there's 20 seconds left. They can definitely get the bomb down here. It's just whether they account for Lena. You can see there's a grouping effort on both fronts because Lena and Danny will come up towards the vent and main. Meanwhile, MVP, well, they're here tucked back at the bomb site.
Fatal did manage to cross towards Hut, though. Lena's swung out not too long after the bomb's been planted. So now that's a bit of a question mark as to whether any players are over this side. Cressy's not contesting at all. She's just holding towards Heaven, but with Fatal going down, it's another 1 versus 2. She's done 2 in the round already, but would have to come up big here. Does the damage onto Danu, can't quite finish her off. There it comes through, but can't convert onto Lena. 3 in the round for Lena, and she saves the day for Navi Javelins. Get them up to 9, and equalizes the scoreline as well.
Big sigh of relief. That one was quite close for MVP. It's Lena. She's always so important in these clutch scenarios, Lucy. I don't know if you notice it as well, but it feels like whenever Lena's alive, I don't really have too many doubts that Navi Javelins can actually just pull through and convert the round because she's so good in those high-pressure scenarios.
There's a lot of clutch players on Navi. VQ, we saw attempt a couple of very unwinnable clutches and almost makes them look winnable. Now 9-9. And the scoreline in that Entropic Queens No Fear 5 game, 4-11. Or 11-4, as it's probably more comfortably said. And that one's going towards No Fear 5. That's on the Entropic Queens map pick of Ancient as well. So, 11 rounds on CT side. There's still a chance for Entropic to come back when the sides switch. But they'd love to close it out there.
For sure. Well, we'll get back to that in a minute, because there's aggression taking place outside. Hanker has found 2 really important kills. Crezzy with the trade. 3 versus 3. It's all chaotic outside. But for now, MVP of the control.
Yeah, they've managed to gain outside, but at what cost? Manka and Hanker, the 2 top fraggers of this game, are removed from the server. Lena once again going for this push. Fatal is holding exactly the same, and she's going to punish Lena. Walks straight into her crosshair. Clotheslined as she came around the corner. So now, if Amama just holds this, she'll be rewarded with this kill onto Angelka. Question is all about timing now. Danu is making her way out, and Angelka catches off Amama. Danu has offered the rafters, and she is just exposed, but doesn't matter with aim like that. Doubles up and takes it for Navi. They win the 2 versus 3.
It's such an off angle as well. Danu is so exposed, and it actually just works to her advantage, because when you're swinging in to clear the rafters, you immediately look left, look right. You don't look what's straight in front of you normally. It's completely catches off MVP. I think also the added fact that Angelka gets the kill in towards Secret just really just puts MVP in 2 minds, and that's going to be double digits found for the Javelins. It looks like for the first time this entire game, really, they're in control, being chunked down by the utility, our MVP, and they go straight into Danu for 4. Oh, well, that's the round done and dusted.
Danu always in the right position to get these lovely 4Ks. She'll need those. Confidence building 4K for her. I mentioned that she was after one of those earlier. Doesn't look like an ace is possible though, because Angelka is going to clean up Fatal. Still a very clean round. Barely a lick of damage done to, well, actually no damage done to any of the Navi players.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. CT side. Navi Javelins are just kind of slowly clicking into gear. All of these cogs working like a well-oiled machine, as we're used to seeing here on Nuke. Going through the motions, MVP looking to put a spanner in the works with their next buy. Pocha back out with the AWP. Even holding for this aggression, which Navi Javelins have shown shades of here in Nuke.
Yeah, Viku not got her hands on an AWP herself yet. I expect she'll be wanting one. Definitely one of her favorite maps to AWP on. Saw her on the T side with it quite a bit. So Pocha has the potential to pop off big here. They are clearing outside. Anka's dropped down off the silo to getting that information. Takes a bit of damage for her troubles. Knees hurting after that one. Slowly does it for MVP into this round. No damage done really by the enemies at this stage. Oh.
Look at Hanker though. She's in the perfect position to shut this down. Ready? Pocha. Removed. Good start for the CT side. She can even just smoke herself off and escape. So Molotov gets extinguished by that smoke grenade, and MVP feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Have to try and relocate, try and go into this A bomb site through the squeaky door, but there's 2 defenders here waiting with open arms.
Guess it's so tricky. If Fatal gets an opening here onto Angelka, that's the way in, but the double setup, you're not expecting 2 players to be here. Fatal does find Angelka, and that's where Lena activates. Also the player in towards Heva. Imam has too many targets to choose from, and Hanker is there to find the killing blow. 12 rounds now for Navi, as this CT side is unbreakable. It's completely flawless, 6-0, mirroring the start of MVP on the CT side.
What's crazy as well, if I just looked in the kill feed during all of that, that was Lena at the bottom of the bomb site. She got all 3 of them. So that's really good rifle work from her. 20 kills on the server. Tactical timeout being now called by MVP on the T side. Not to discuss this round, more than likely, but discuss the follow-up rifle rounds indeed. 6-0. Yeah, it's scary, especially when you look at the scoreline and it's not actually 6-0, it's 12-9. You were in control of the game and now it's all kind of fallen away just a little bit. MVP, it's a very tricky, difficult mountain to try and traverse. A bomb plant here would really help things.
Yeah, now VQ gets her hands on the ult for free as well. Should be very happy with that one. Take those. Trying to do some shenanigans outside. She has managed to cross without being spotted. So that's something. They should be aware of it though. And Danu looking to clean up house here, although Hanker is here to try and steal a couple of these kills from her. Has to go for the reload. Is all that remains. Hanker gets 3 in the round. Navi take 13 now, looking poised to take their map pick and potentially the series.
I think what's awkward as well for MVP is we're talking about difficult ways to get back in the game. It's the fact that Navi Javelins, when they've been winning these rounds, they've looked very dominant. It's not really been too close. There's been multiple players consistently staying alive, and it really reflects in the economy. So if MVP even win this round, it will still be 3 or even potentially 4 before they even break the bank. That's a good start, though. Manka does find Hanker outside, and the push on towards ramp actually goes trades even. So it's still the player advantage here for MVP. Angelica looking to get aggressive, but her bullets cannot quite find the mark.
Oh, she's still sticking around. That's dangerous. A few of those sprays did look like they could have been on the mark, but unfortunately don't connect. Grassy's found Lena as well. This one's falling apart for Navi. Danu is down here on the B site, so that's one small consolation. She would have to do something incredible because now she is the sole defender. And MVP might not even make their way down there. Ava Mama, oh, Danu. There she is. Ava Mama just walks out and spots Danu dropping down from the boxes.
Yeah, I think with that one, maybe the door's open, the sound key's given up. You know that people were being killed over towards A, so maybe in your head it's squeaky on A, it's not decontamination door. A surprise, Ava Mama is there, and Danu does get caught off guard. There we go. There's one round for MVP. Still need a few more. All the smoke's being deployed on in. Look at this aggression, though. Look at VQ. Oh, my goodness me. Manka, that's a really good scalp to take.
Good opener. Remove the top frag. Although Cressy has really started to step up as well. He's on 21 just the same. Pocha been a little bit quiet with the AWP, and VQ striking through the smoke. Hanker, she's looking to just end things right here. It's all now on Fatal. She's nowhere in sight. Does find Danu. She was dinked down in the VQ. What?
Okay.
Can't even finish my sentence, VQ. Absolutely denying them.
All right. VQ, that's not allowed. That's not very nice, is it? That's crazy. Fair enough.
Got a kill through the smoke. I wonder if we'll see many of her kills there. One was through the smoke before Hanker got that double. And then that last one...
Rude. Entropic Queens have 5 rounds now on Ancient, but no Fear 5. It looks like they'll be closing that one out. It's 13-5 over on Entropic Queens' map pick, which means we'll be heading to a decider in that second game. Meanwhile, in this one, Iku's back out with the AWP, looking incredibly proficient on it. MVP line up the smokes outside. This time get a bit closer to them before deploying them. Look at Manka, she's being so aggressive. Could catch out VQ if she's not careful.
Yeah, VQ looking like she wanted to go for something there. She's been feeling it this last couple of rounds, but this time decides maybe I'm not going to push through a smoke. Sits back. Maybe try and catch someone as they fade. No, not going to be happening. Pocher is going to get through. They managed to get 4 of their players down to secret. Angelica is jump spotting it, using that door frame to make the jumps a little bit shorter. She only peeks out the tiniest bit. All right, MVP, you've got the ground. What are you going to do with it? Going to be boosting around the corner. Pocher going to be taking a peek downstairs. Not going to spot anyone. Angelica should be spotting a couple of players in a second. There it comes through. You can see immediately she falls back. 35 seconds. MVP
Looks like they want to go for this, although it's a little bit of a fake because that bomb is making its way up towards Secret. But VQ, well, she's there. Cressy does hit the trade at the very least, but here comes Lena, second line of defense. But Cressy, that's a great headshot. 20 seconds left, and in fact, she's going to relocate all the way back down to B. But here comes Danu, just in the back lines. Angelka has remained in this position the entire time and dispatches of Cressy in towards the vents. Nice hold, but nearly got a little bit scary for the Javelins. MVP with Cressy just leading the charge.
Ooh, close one. Close one. Navi stays strong, and now they get to map and serious point. Looking ready to close this one out. 5 opportunities to do so, which means MVP are forcing into this one. No bomb plant means that it's not the most ideal buy. A couple of Galils in the mix, as well as lighter utility AMMM with no utility, in fact. So they can't go for these outside plays, which means Hanko has taken full control out towards Silo.
Oh, that's a sound cue being given up as well. Fatal towards the door. Not really going to prevent her. It's going to be a quick one in towards A, but Angelka completely mops them up towards Hut. Not quite the third. Pocha with the trade, but Lena is always the second line of defense. Cressy, she's been spectacular here on Nuke, but cannot get past the AWP of the